Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Black Void into the Oblivious Depths. Here for episode 4. It is a lovely Wednesday evening. It has been the best damn weather so far in 2021 all day today. I've gotten to go out. I've gotten to see some actual sunlight. I walked around outside without a jacket on. Praise be to the void. And now I am ready to dive back into the darkness of space and the depths of the void and, have some fun with my friends here and, possibly scare them a little bit. That's really all you can ask for. So, I'm stoked. I had so much fun last week. I'm so glad to be back here now this week with all of you. But before we dive into the void, I have just a few programming notes to make. I want to let everyone out there know about our sponsors, and we have some great ones this season. We are sponsored this season by Christopher Gray, author of The Great American Witch, Happiest Apocalypse on Earth, a whole bunch. I just interviewed the guy the other day. A whole bunch of great shit that he's made. The Great American Novel, another game of his. Chris does great work, super nice guy, and we are very, very happy to have him sponsoring our Great American Witch show that we have here on Monday nights, GM'd by our own Lydia, who is our tech today, by the way. Give Lydia some tentacle hearts in chat for all of the work she does supporting us. We also are sponsored by Broken Dice, by Black Void Games, who, get this, make Black Void crazy. Mighty Narwhal, Smunchy Games, Aracana Media, the wonderful Evil Hat Productions, and of course, Grinding Coffee, which week 3 in a row I still haven't gotten. But Anna sent me coffee. Anna sent me really nice coffee the other day, so now I'm kind of satiated for the next little while. But don't be like me. Go get Grinding Coffee. Use the discount code Penny for a Tale at the bottom there. You'll see I just posted in the chat. Get yourself a discount on some bomb-ass coffee delivered directly to your door. Okay, so now the programming notes out of the way, let us get to the good part. The good part is the part when I stop talking and introduce these cool people all around me. My wonderful crew. So good to have you all here. Let me begin with... I think let's begin this week with the Commander. Liv.
Hello! I'm Liv. You can find me on Twitter at liveinaday, and I am playing Commander Sanha. Whereas I'm the comedic genius behind this crew, as we have discovered in our pre-show. I don't think Sanha is. I don't think Sanha
Not so much.
is. She isn't. No, not at all. And it's like, wait a minute. Your jokes were bad. But yes, so I'm Liv at Live I play Sanha. She is the commander of the ship. She is a half-blood. She is part human, part column, which is kind of like a bird type of creatures. She's a little half birdie. She is Regina George if Regina George had went to Harvard.
That description.
Which I think is the best way that I've ever described a character. Just short and succinct. She's intense, she's driven, and she will not hesitate whatsoever to throw anybody under the bus to get her way. In fact, I think she looks for opportunities to do so. Unless it's her bestie Yara. But we'll see how that goes this episode, because we have things we need to talk about, miss.
Yeah, you have some things you definitely need to talk about. Yara has broken a few rules lately, but we're gonna get to that in just a minute. First, no, you know what, hell, why wait? Let's pop over and go say hello to Yara herself. Stella.
Hello. Yara is not to be blamed for any of these things that has happened. This is the will of the void, and we must simply react. Hi, I'm Stella Luna here on Twitch. Today I'll be playing Yara. Yara is a half-blood. She's basically half human, half lizard alien. She has some really funky features. She has the ability to shimmer and change her skin color, and she has these big saucer-like eyes. She is very, very strange, but she is completely transparent, doesn't have a malicious bone in her body, and she now has a pet. that we're not supposed to have.
Nope.
Yep.
That
It's
we're
gonna be
calling a
fine.
void baby.
Yes. It's fine. It's
Which, granted, not totally accurate. You know, it's not a void creature. It's from Hazy Eden, which is, it's more like void infected baby, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's better. Probably worse.
The way you are making me more upset about the situation, Colin, and we're not even in the game.
fine. I just came up with
This
a
is such a
brilliant
killer
idea.
band name, though. Think of it, Void Infected Baby.
That is a pretty awesome indie band
Opening
name.
for Void Infected Baby.
That's like a prog metal band, and I'm here for
Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Let's be honest. They are the
Write that
openers.
down.
That's
That's
they're
very
totally the
good.
openers.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to why
Infected
Sanha's
babies.
We're gonna get to why Sanha's pissed in just a few minutes. There'll be plenty of time for that. But first, let me pop up over to Wally. Hi, buddy.
How you doing, y'all? It's me, Wally. Oh boy, who am I playing? I'm playing Oshan, who's also a hybrid, and he is half human, half shark alien. Big old street shark soft boy who has an amazing sense of humor. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. His sense of humor, his jokes are amazing. He is the comedy backbone of this team.
That's a way to look at it. Yeah. No. So I can't even say it with a straight face. Sorry, man. No. But
His jokes are fantastic. They are everything. Like, for example, knock knock.
oh boy,
Who's there?
Two.
To what?
No,
To
to
who?
whom? Not to whom. No, it's to whom.
Fine, Oshan. To whom?
No, that's it. That was the joke. It was a joke to show
That's-
off how
that's
bad
the
you are
whole
at grammar. See,
I'm gonna put this in your report. I'm gonna put this in your report. I'm gonna put this in your performance report. Thank you for wasting my time.
I'm sorry you don't get my amazing highbrow level sense of humor.
Grammar jokes. He would make grammar jokes. And here we are. All right, save me, please. Zohar. No, wait, that's not who you are. Anna. Jesus. You're so method.
It's
You're so
okay.
method, I lose the line. Yeah.
It's
Void
fine.
mom.
It's all good. Yes. Ah, so good. Hey
Void
everybody.
mom.
I'm Anna.
Oh.
I am going to keep this together, and I will turn this void faring ship around. Damn it. Hey everybody. My name is Anna, Nymerian941 online. Today I'm playing Zohar, our eponymous void mom, who is technically the most human being of all of the crew, but also has a sort of hitchhiking void demon entity creature thing inside of her. And since the end of last episode, is undergoing some significant changes thanks to having a void demon inside of her. So we'll see how that turns out today.
Mhm.
We'll see. We'll see.
She's got a slight case of the void demon. Yeah.
A little bit.
A wee bit.
Yeah. Does things to you.
It does, yes, indeed. And all right, so to do a quick recap, these four are the first human crew ever sent out by the Todd Consortium into space to find a new home for humanity. They have been given an itinerary of 4 different planets that they are to explore. Before leaving home, they were given some news from an employee of the Todd Consortium that their employer may not be everything that they say they are, and that also, oh, by the way, the last crew that went out disappeared without a trace, and you're riding on their ship, so that's not foreboding. But they carried on and went to the first. They traveled through the void, which was a ordeal, an undertaking in itself, as void travel tends to be. But they nonetheless made it to their first planet, which was codenamed Hazy Eden. The name, it turned out, was quite appropriate. the planet was a lush garden world with this incredible flora and fauna, incredibly beautiful, but also very, very hot, very humid. Perfect environment for Yara, but very hot, very humid, very hazy. However, it turned out that Hazy Eden was really only an Eden by day, and it was hell by night. They first investigated the planet after finding that there was a city already present on this supposedly uninhabited world. That didn't fit. They checked it out, found that the city was seemingly uninhabited, not a soul there. That was until night fell. And when night fell, everything changed. The city was inhabited by shadow creatures of the void, more than they could possibly count, that upon noticing them immediately became aggressive and began attacking them. The beautiful trees and flowers of the planet suddenly turned into these ravenous, rapacious plants that tried to devour them. And Yara's little friend, a little void cat, void dog, void baby, whatever we want to call it, a cute little baby carapace quadruped thing, turned into a violent, feral beast that tried to kill Stella. Realizing that they were all in way over their heads, they made a run back to their ship, the Sentinel. They got there in time, sustaining a few injuries along the way. Zohar got her thigh ripped open by some plants. But they managed to get back on the ship. They got their navigator, Weha, to pull away and shove off for the void once again. However, once back inside and back in the void, Yara went to return her science equipment to the basement, there's no basement on the ship, to the cargo hold below, to find that her little friend, her little pet, had come along with her. And had done so by headbutting a hole through the ship. And that is where we are now. Oh, I do want to say very, very quickly, thank you for that sub goal, everyone. There will be a boon incoming for the crew. I will mark that down. But Stella, Yara, you are in the basement. I keep saying basement. You are in the cargo hold below the ship. And your little friend, I don't know if you've named it yet in-game, but your little friend has found you.
Oh my. Oh my. Alright. Do I see the hole?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The hole
Okay.
is leaking. The hole in the ship is leaking void energy into the ship. And even though you're looking at this void creature, or not this void creature, this, we'll call it the void bee, in front of you, that void leak is having an effect. And you are feeling a little queasy, a little uneasy. You feel your stomach kind of doing some backflips. And it's hard to keep your vision straight on this creature. It just kind of keeps looking at you, puzzled, kind of that, like, you know, what's wrong? And it comes up and it's kind of like nuzzling on you.
I think that with Yara, especially since we had gone through a very disciplined training, I think her brain would immediately switch into business mode and she would ignore the super adorable space puppy baby void thing and deal with the situation that is, we have a hole in our ship while we're moving through the void.
Mm-hmm. Indeed you do. What do you want to do?
Do we have any kind of like emergency sealant or something? Can I bolster a hole?
It is possible. You don't know where that is. You can look for it. You don't know where it is on the ship. Some people might know, like Weha probably knows, but I don't know if you want to talk to Weha. but you could do, we could basically do a roll to see if you can quickly dig through this place and find something that will work to seal it up. The cargo hold is likely where it would be. This is where all the supplies are kept.
Okay, I'm sure there's like a big flat something that I can slap against there. Just, kind of patch the hole a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
We're going to do an awareness test for this. Unless you have a skill that is a little more on point. If you have like observation or something like that, you might be able to.
So I have an eidetic
way.
memory.
Oh.
Where's my character?
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
so
you
I
have some
have
strong
like the
recall?
ability to. The character has an amazing ability to recall images, sound, objects, knowledge to memory with extreme accuracy and abundant volume. Vividly recollect information, conversations, and occurrences, applying +1 to all skill rolls related to memorization, knowledge, and scholarly abilities. I would say it counts as knowledge.
Yeah, like if you had seen such a thing at any point. Because you've been down in this cargo hold before, you went down here to get your supplies. So if you had seen such a thing, you would remember, presumably. So
Yara has had
yes.
a few incidences back at the college where some very bad hazardous things have happened. So she has learned from experience to have emergency things available, or at least know where to find them. So,
I love that.
could I do an intellect roll for that?
Intellect. Okay, sure.
Yes. Okay,
Sure.
so it's going to be a +3. 16. Sorry, not 1d20.
Holy!
Oh,
That's a
we're
D20.
not
I was gonna say
doing
that doesn't make any sense.
1d20. My bad. 15.
That's still, you still rolled a crit. Yara, I think this is one of those mind palace kind of moments you have here, where you like quickly shut your eyes and you see all. I mean, you have this eidetic memory, right? So you have all these incredibly strong, vivid, stored memories in your mind, and you can see everything. Like, you have cataloged like every single thing that's in this cargo hold, from just the time that you first got on the ship to when you went down to gather your equipment. In the time that you gathered that equipment, you just made it's like you have a mental label maker that just has everything cataloged.
I'm also very, very nosy.
And that too. And you've licked everything.
Yes.
You have this incredible memory, and you can see now everything that you have cataloged in this cargo hold, and you can remember that right near to the right of where you got all of the vials that you took down to the surface of the planet, there is a large chest that has an emergency patch kit, essentially, in it for just such an occasion. It's probably going to take almost the whole thing to patch a hole of that size. It's meant for doing small ones, but you probably can make it work if you just move quick enough. And as you that dawns on you that it's right there, your little friend just kind of like perks up seeing your eyes open again. Is like, brr, brr. He's very, very excited, almost like he wants to help.
Oh, you'll be my assistant. I need to open this.
All right, you pop open this chest, and you see inside the chest is this kit. It is a little metal chest within the chest that is labeled like emergency patch kit. And over the tab to open it, there is a little plastic like zip tie. If you've ever seen one of these like in a emergency room, the crash carton in an emergency room has zip ties over it so that you know when it's been opened. What I'm telling you is that if you open this, someone will know that it's been opened.
Yes, that is okay. There's a giant hole in the ship. They're gonna notice something.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Okay. You break the seal, and inside there is, inside this little box, there is this kind of metallic tape that unrolls, and then there is a cloth in there with a bit of liquid, like a little kind of like spray bottle, almost like a the kind of bottle that you get what is it? That you get like nail polish remover in, that has like the little top that squeezes liquid onto it. And it's like, according to the little instruction manual, you spread the kind of, it almost looks like a medical tape or gauze kind of. You spread it over, put the liquid on top of it, and then it hardens and forms a nice seal to seal up the spot. Should
So
be
I'm
relatively
taping a blanket to the hole, which will eventually turn into a hard. Cool.
basically,
I love
yeah.
science.
Yeah. This is based on a real thing. This actually does exist. There's shelters that they unroll and then you put water on them and then they harden into concrete. That's basically what this is.
Science.
Science. Okay. To do this and do it quickly to avoid any catastrophe, and do it efficiently, we're gonna have you do. I think the trick here is coordination and doing this quickly and properly. So this is going to be an agility test.
Okay. All right. I have a decent agility. Here we go. 10.
10. Nice. Tell me. I mean, I've told you how it works. Tell me how you do this and do it efficiently and properly.
Yes. So we see Yara just like pull this out. She tears the tab out, destroying the evidence that making it very visible that this has been tampered. And she like uses her teeth to get into the packaging. So you see these like tiny serrated teeth as she's doing this work. And she like slaps materials onto the void baby to hold, and then just kind of like whips some, just dashes all throughout the hold, like making a really short work of this. Yara is very small and she is very limber, and so she has no problem like moving around, especially like around different crates and obstacles that might be in the way. If this were to involve any sort of strength, it might be difficult for her, but it sounds like it's pretty lightweight. The materials do the work for her, so she just more or less just puts it into place. And I have a feeling this isn't the first time that she's done this. Maybe not on a ship, but definitely in a lab somewhere. Sorry.
And your little friend is jumping excitedly next to you as you do it. It's like he's almost like cheering you on as you go. And you just get the final, like, you seal it over, get the final, rub the liquid on so it adheres and it starts to harden and it kind of has to cure a little bit. And you're just like taking that breath, that sigh of relief, just when you hear a voice from behind you. I am so proud of you.
Oh no. Does this sound like my mom?
It does.
Oh. Think this is in my head. I know there was a giant hole in the wall. The void must have leaked in.
Yara, I'm right here.
Well, you're not. We're back at home. Keep in your books and study.
Oh, daughter. We're on another adventure together. Just like when you were young. Another mother-daughter expedition. You used to love those, didn't you?
They were my favorite. They are what
Mine too.
led me to pursue all of this.
I'm so proud. You're brilliant.
I think with that, she just kind of like slumps a little. She'll look over at the void baby. Can't believe we're calling it that. Do you hear this? Do you see this as well? No, it's just in my head. She's not here. You will not hear her.
It is in your head. It's in your head, and I am here. These two things can be true at once.
Okay. I know I should probably send you a letter or call more often, but this is not how I would like to talk to you right now, Mother. I am... Right, I have to deal with you. And she'll look down at the void baby and try to recall what is a proper containment procedure.
For the void baby. Yeah, well, you have that great memory, of course. So, like, you could, under the rules, take a living thing on the ship. You're not supposed to take anything sentient, and this thing is getting awfully close to that line. It seems pretty smart. It really seemed to understand you back on Hazy Eden, so it's an iffy question, but it seems like it's in the neighborhood of being sentient, so that automatically is a problem. But even assuming that it's not, proper containment protocol here would be really that you should take it back. If you're going to take it back to Aniar, it should be going back dead as just a specimen. Or in a... there are like some small kind of cages that things can be taken in. They were primarily meant as a way to carry like game animals and potential food sources, and they're quite small, and this thing would fit, but only just barely, and it wouldn't be terribly humane. So your options are kind of slim on how to deal with it.
I think for
You may
now
have to
we'll
improvise.
stay here. Yeah. Hey, here's the plan. Please, little, we'll call you Vax for now. That until I establish a way to communicate with you. Can you stay here? Stay hidden. I need to report the giant hole in the ship, and I will be back with some food.
Here's what I'm going to do. I want you to do a presence roll to see how well this thing takes your command and if it listens to you.
Okay. I do have a rank in animal handling. Does that
Ooh,
come into
perfect.
play at all?
Yeah, it'll add a +1 to your roll.
Okay. You said presence. So it'll be a -1. I rolled a 1.
-1. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think you can tell the difference, though. I think it's just like... might
Go
listen
do
to you.
whatever you
Can't tell.
want. I'm gonna try to go up out of the cargo hold. I don't want to sit in this void soup.
Don't leave me.
Ooh, I am going to go get Sanha. I don't know what to do.
You always think that you need her. You're strong enough on your own. I know you are. You're my daughter.
We're stronger with friends. Sorry.
One day you'll have to stand on your own 2 feet.
That is true. But maybe on a day there's not a giant hole in the ship.
Always so focused at the task in front of you. It's what makes you very efficient. It's what makes you a good student and a hard worker. But it means that you will miss so much joy in your life. I wish the best for you, my daughter. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, Mother.
Come find me. I will be here when you need me. Always. Always. Keep your chin up. And your eyes clean.
Well, her tongue just.
That's my girl. And the voice fades away.
Ooh.
You say you want to go find Sanha specifically?
Well, I will see who's the first person I run into.
Okay. That's the way to do it. How about I'm gonna literally Okay, so cargo holds on the bottom of the ship. Second floor is all the cabins and the galley and all that. When y'all got back on the ship, here, let me go back to everybody here. When y'all got back on the ship, knowing that you're going to do a void jump and that you're presently in the void, where did everybody go to ride it out? Let me start with Zohar. Where'd you go?
Pretty much directly to wherever our med bay area is, because I'm freshly bleeding from a pretty serious leg injury, so I'm gonna go attend to that first before anything else.
Okay. I don't think we really, strictly speaking, have a med bay. Let me look. Yeah, not really. I'd say we could make a med bay out of that one. There's one cabin on the deck that is not in use by anybody right now. So we can make that a med bay. So that would be the main cabin deck next to the weapon storage and near the galley would be the spot. So go to patch yourself up. Okay, so you're on the main crew deck, basically. Oshan, where did you go when you got on the ship?
Oshan went to his room to pretty much spend time maintaining his blades to ride out the sword, ride out the void jump, just like in quiet meditation.
Okay, so you went to your own.
Yeah, went to my
cabin.
quarters. Yeah.
Okay, so you're on the crew deck also. Sanha, where'd you go?
Sanha does not want to hide again this time because she's thinking about it in her head and in her mind. If the commander hides in her room every single time they do a void jump, that does not look good. So I think I don't think
Lead
she's
by example, all that.
in. Yeah, exactly. I don't think she's wherever like Weha is when Weha's like navigating the ship because she'd much rather him focus on what he's doing. But I do think she's kind of like out in sort of a common area, which I guess would be the galley mess hall area.
The galley, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's there. I think she just kind of has like a book with her. It's so performative. But I think she has like a I think she has a book with her and she's like acting like she's very lazily reading. Everything's fine. She's calm and composed. Even though one of her hands is shaking a little bit and she's a little nervous, but it's fine.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'd say that would be the galley, and you're really the only one who's like in a public area of the ship out of everybody. I'm gonna say that you're in the galley trying to look as chill as possible. Yeah, this is fine, everything's fine. This is absolutely the meme. And before Yara gets up to the top deck, while Yara's downstairs with everything that's happening with the whole of the ship. Minutes before that happens, the first person to enter and see you, Sanha, in the galley is Navari. And she is not looking well at all. Navari is supposed to be the person who keeps it together very well during these void jumps. That's what she's been telling you, that she's there to help, that she is there to help ease the pain of the void and all that. And she looks bad. And she kind of stumbles into the galley, looking almost drunk. And doesn't even seem to notice you at first. And gets to the behind the counter there and starts like making herself some tea. You can hear like cups like clanking and falling. Something lands and like a cup lands and breaks on the floor. And you hear Navari just go, oh, fuck. And she grabs a dish rag and wipes like sweat from her brow.
Navari.
Oh. Commander. Pardon, I'm sorry.
What's the matter? Because clearly something seems to be the matter, so...
I fear I've come down rather ill. I have just these awful headaches. Won't subside. I feel nauseous.
Then you should probably sit down. And like Sanha stands up and goes over and leads her to a chair. The same way that you would lead, like, you know, your grandparents or something, somebody elderly, somebody that needs to be taken care of.
Get that upper hand.
Yeah, leads her over, pulls out a chair. Sit. I will go get tea for you. You clearly need a moment.
She's like really sincerely looks too ill, too shitty to even object or to even be proud in this moment. She's just, yes, thank you, Commander. And even as she's saying it, she's kind of like, her eyes are closing and she's sort of lolling forward. She really looks rough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sanha goes, gets her tea or whatever, sets it down, sits next to her, and is kind of like gently rubbing her back, like in a sort of soothing manner. So what happened? What's wrong? Like, I know you said you feel ill, but when did you start feeling ill?
Ever since I did the mysticism with Zohar. We connected our minds, not very strong. It was rather tenuous, but ever since then, I don't feel right. I can't explain it.
Do you think
It's like there's. It's like my head is crowded and my brain's trying to push itself out.
that sounds violent?
Indeed.
I don't quite know. Do you think maybe crossing... I know Zohar has her own abilities as well, so do you think maybe crossing the two has caused the affliction?
I don't know. When Zohar and I first made the connection, I saw something in my mind's eye. I can't explain precisely what it was, but I saw something, and it frightened me. Zohar didn't really explain it much, but I can't recall precisely what she said now even, but she seemed aware that would happen. And
That's concerning.
yeah. I thought after the connection was broken between Zohar and I that would go away, but it just hasn't.
Maybe Zohar
I'm so sorry.
would
Come on.
know. No. Navari, if I'm supposed to rely on you, you are supposed to rely on me. That's how a crew works, especially when I'm your commander.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course. I'm thinking maybe we should find Zohar, talk to her, see if there's anything that she knows. Maybe she has a remedy. Maybe there's something she can do. Otherwise, I perhaps just rest for now.
It got much worse as soon as we entered the void again. It just
that was also
flared
my fear.
up.
I'm trying to think
Commander,
if this is
I'm...
something that we would have potentially studied.
I don't think so, to be honest with you. I mean,
don't think
effects
so
of the void.
either.
This is kind of a Zohar problem.
It is a Zohar problem.
But Navari kind of like perks up a little bit and sips her tea and says, "Commander, I'm so sorry. I appreciate your help. But in all this, I completely forgot to tell you. I told you we got a message back from the Mind Nebula. But there was something else. This is rather atypical, and it just slipped my mind at the time because this was starting to flare up. But the Mind Nebula carried back with it a physical message, an actual piece of vellum, a physical missive for you. And here I actually, and she reaches into her sleeve. That this is for you.
Thank you.
It is sealed. It is like sealed in wax, and you can see that Navari has not opened it.
Good. I will go find Zohar. I will read this message. For now, you stay here and try to relax. I don't think you should move too much.
Yes, I think I'll just have some tea. Take it easy.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
And as you get up
and
go find Zohar,
mhm.
that is when Yara arrives.
Yara, have you seen Zohar?
I don't think Yara sweats, but if she were to sweat, she would be sweating profusely right now. She turns a shade of color that is, I think I said purple. She has her anxious color on, and you see just this flush of color just spread right across her face, and she says, "No, I do not know
What did you do?
why. I fixed the problem. That's what I did.
How did you cause the problem?
I did not cause the problem. For once, it is not my fault.
Really? Really, because you only get this face and you only turn this color when you have caused a problem.
Why do you need to see Zohar?
Well, now I am currently rearranging my list of priorities. Zohar is number 2, Navari is number 3, and you are number 1. So what did you do and take me to it right away?
Only if you promise you won't get mad at me.
I'm already mad. Let's go.
And she'll just kind of like slink. She looks really guilty. She's just slumping and dragging her feet. She says, well, I managed to avoid a crisis because I was into swift action. Per procedure of our training, there was a giant hole. Shows the hole in the cargo hold.
Well, I suppose this actually isn't really your fault. I know those monsters were going after us and attacking. And there was one in particular that was very adamantly attacking the ship, so good job.
This one? Her name is Vax, and they are a very
You
good
named it. You named
breed.
it. You named it. You named it.
For purely scientific purposes. We do not know
We
what
don't
kind of
name
species.
specimens actual names. We give them, Hazy Eden. Subject 0, subject 1. You gave it a name?
Well,
You be
Yara is
quiet.
just
I'll deal with you
petting.
in a minute. You be quiet. I will deal with you in a moment. Yara.
Well, we could technically do capital VAX and give it a designation. I will have to think very carefully what each letter will mean, but I did not do this. It was not my fault.
Very creature that you were bonding with on the planet shows up in my ship, and I'm supposed to believe that it is not your fault.
Technically, I entered the ship before you.
Technically, I outrank you.
With that, just completely deflates. You see, like, this sort of sullen color. She, like, her complexion just kind of fades. She slumps and looks down at the ground.
Yara. Yara.
Yes.
I will fix this. I will take care of this, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And it
Petting the puppy.
sidles up to it sidles up right next to Yara and like leans its head against her.
Oh,
Oh,
I think we.
just realized we lost Liv. That's terrible time. Yara. Oh, let's see. Liv should be back now. Yep, you're back.
No idea.
Yay!
Anyway,
The void is powerful.
The void is powerful. The void was like, you don't want this baby on the ship? Well, we don't want you in our game!
Last thing that
What
happened
was
was
it?
it just, as you were like,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
take
I
care of
was
this,
yelling.
it sidled up next to Yara and was like, she's petting it.
So, I will take care of it. The situation, that is. You, in the meantime, will contain this creature as a specimen, as is your job. I'm going to go find Zohar so we can take care of this old, decrepit creature named Navari and deal with that issue.
Do you need me to look over Navari?
No, I need you to make sure that this situation does not get any more worse than it already is.
Do not worry.
Because if
In the
Navari...
meantime,
Yes.
I can take notes.
As is your job. Because I fear that if Navari finds out about this creature, it'll make things 10 times worse for us. Just, all in all, we don't need the consortium knowing that we have brought life onto the ship until we can prove that it is not fully sentient. So you need to do your research thoroughly and find a way to prove that it is not a sentient creature.
I will do so very diligently. And I think that perhaps this is the best space for Vax. I do not see Navari coming into the cargo hold very often.
No, I agree. Okay.
Before you go, do you have any snacks in your pockets for Vax?
No, I don't have any snacks in my pockets, and even if I did, they wouldn't be for Vax. This creature!
Okay, just asking. Thank you, Sanha. She'll kind of like do a little hug. Commander Sanha.
She pats her head at Commander Sanha.
So, Yara, you were going to stay down here with Experiment 66. And Sanha, where were you going?
I am going up to find Zohar.
Zohar. All right. Zohar, you've been down in the... You were down in the med bay. Just a moment here. You were, well, up in the med bay, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Getting yourself worked on. Are you still there? Did you get that taken care of? Or what'd you do?
Well, she's kind of like putting the finishing touches on attempting to apply stitches or like, you know, stitch herself up here, but it's kind of difficult because where normally, you know, tearing open your skin results in like actual blood, kind of mixed in with that is, if you've ever seen like liquid mercury, Quicksilver looking type stuff, that is just sort of like really quickly coming out of, you know, the veins and arteries and stuff like that, and kind of hardening a little bit around it. So she's trying to stitch what she can, but there's some strange, weird metallic fuckery going on here.
Solidifying and
And it's kind of growing over.
And I'd like to also get Oshan in here as well, because I know Oshan would have had the job of getting the weapons and stuff back in order after that, getting all that cleaned up right next to the med bay, right next door to that. So, what do you think? How did Oshan come in and see Zohar? Oshan.
He came into the room, and once he came into the room, he saw that they were having issue with patching themselves up, and he's like, "Hold on, Zohar, let me help you with that." And he sets down the weapon he was about to put away in the storage room, and he gets to work patching her up, helping with
Don't touch it.
subs.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Oh. Is this void related?
Uh-huh.
See. We'll have to do this with the utmost delicacy, then. Just tell me what you need and I'll hand it to you.
Talk me through whatever it is you want there, but don't touch it, please.
Of course. And he'll proceed in just gathering the various things and setting them on the table for her. And he'll walk her through how to clean it up, how to stitch it, just recalling information from when his mother would teach him how to like do basic combat maintenance and combat medicals. Yeah, combat maintenance. Yeah, because that's, you know, my body's a weapon. Just basic combat medicine.
No, it's a well-oiled machine.
I am, yeah.
And you can see that around the wound in her calf, her skin has hardened and turned into this. It has this metallic, this kind of gray, dull metallic sheen over it, almost like scales in a way, but it's more like little armor plates that are kind of growing out from where this wound site is. And as you look over Zohar, you can see she has something similar that's sprouted up around her nail beds on her fingers. Her fingernails are metallic, and the cuticle and the skin sort of around the tips of her fingers, it's like it's slowly kind of moving back along her fingers, growing more and more metallic.
That is new.
Yeah, it's new and familiar.
So this isn't the first time this has happened then.
No.
I see. Is this going to cause permanent damage to you?
I don't know. It doesn't really hurt, so that's something. But it also doesn't really feel like skin anymore, so that's something too.
He takes, after Zohar does what they need to do with the basics, he then hands them a band-aid. It's just like, it's the band-aid has like little fishes on it, and he hands it to her.
Somebody taught you how to do this really well.
Yes, my mother, she was the head of our house. She did everything. She led the city, she led the family, trained us all how to fight, and she also trained us how to patch people up. Because when you do a lot of fighting and a lot of training, a lot of broken bones, skinned knees, and elbows happen. And then ever now and then, your older brother bites your finger off. It didn't happen to me, though. It did happen to one of my other brothers.
Your mother? Who was your mother?
Oh, my mother was. She's a beautiful woman. She was the head of our entire village. Whenever people would come to the village for trading purposes or just want to make any kind of relationships with our people, she was the face. They elected her, of course. It wasn't one of those assume power through strength or takeover. No, they chose her because they admired her skills and her mind.
I remember her.
Oh, you do?
Well, if you said she was in charge of dealing with people who came by to trade and share knowledge and information, then unless there's some other super powerful shark matriarch in charge of that village, yeah. Talk to her almost every week.
Oh, that's actually quite amazing. Something that we realize the connections we have until we talk them out, isn't it? And he takes another Band-Aid and gives it to her.
Thanks. Man, I can't believe that was your mom. That's amazing.
It is quite amazing. We're such a backwater village. I would have expected anyone I knew to see it, but tell me, what purpose did you have coming to visit us?
Well, from one backwater village to another, she always really liked all the persimmons that we grew. It wasn't just that, but it was a lot of food, fruits, grains, sometimes fabric type stuff.
The persimmons! Yes! I do remember those, yes. Oh, I remember I would get them by the bucketful, and Mother would take them and hide them from me because she knew I loved eating the persimmons. I would spend a day eating them all up. She was always telling me, "Oshan, don't eat all those persimmons. Those are for the rest of the family." And, well, I always did. My brothers were always so upset when I ate all of them up. Serves them right.
I remember now. You were the reader.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was the reader of the family. Well, I still am the reader of the family, really. I take after my father. My father is also the other reader of the family. He was human. He's a scholar. He came to our village from what he described it was. He came to the village one day many, many years ago. He was just passing through as part of his journey across this world. And he came across my mother. She wasn't head of the village at that time, no. My grandfather was at that time. Kind of falled out that stayed in the family, but yet we believed in proper voting procedures. Just worked out that way. But he saw her just standing by the road. She was trying to get a cart out of the ditch. They spent a whole hour together trying to get that cart out of the ditch. They made no progress, but then eventually they realized that it was a broken axle on the cart. That's why they couldn't move it. They laughed at the utter simplicity of the problem, that they didn't realize it at first, but conversation happened between them, a spark was formed, and, well, love bloomed. Many years later, here I am. She was a warrior.
That's really
though.
sweet.
So,
Oh yeah.
thank you. She was a warrior. She's a warrior of the finest nature, and my father, being a man of philosophy, one would think that they wouldn't find love as such, but, well, they did. If I may ask, Zohar, did you have a family, or do you have a family?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if you ever met my son, or he's a lot like you.
A reader?
Yeah. A little bit more experimental than I know what to do with sometimes, but he always made really interesting things. Just this one thing, I don't even remember what it was for, but just up on the roof of our house, it catch the light and it turning it into something about energy storage. I don't know how it worked. I had him explain it to me so many times. But yeah, there was him, Aish, Tala, and then there's Omar. I think they all I think they all still live there.
See, well,
I haven't seen them in 10 years. It's gotta be.
I didn't know that you haven't seen them in such a long time. I wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't a subject. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not all bad.
Well,
It's really okay.
I know it doesn't mean much, but if you ever do feel like you need someone to chat to, you're just feeling a bit lonely, you can always come to me. I'm not that great at capturing energy and turning it into power, but I am very good with a paintbrush.
I'd love to take you up on that sometime. That'd be nice.
He then applies one more band-aid,
Thanks.
but it's like right on her forehead.
Oshan, you don't know whether it's all of this reminiscing that you haven't done in a long time, all of this chatter of your home and discussing it with someone who actually has some shared memories with you, someone who knew your mother, who knew your family. You don't know whether it's just simple as that, or if it's just a lot of pent-up nostalgia and a bit of sadness, or if it's, well, the call of the void itself, as it so often is these days. But as you reflect on your home and talk with Zohar about her family and where she comes from, you just hear a voice crawling up in the back of your head. Like a little bug crawling up your spine, skittering up your neck and into your ear. as you hear a voice you have not heard in many years say,
Sometimes you save the little blue bug. Sometimes you let it drown. Which one did you do, Oshan?
and that is when Sanha enters the room.
Zohar, are you... Oshan, what are you doing? You know what? Fine. Zohar, are you patched up yet? Are you ready to go? I understand that you
patched
were
up,
attacked.
yes.
I do, but...
Mm-hmm.
Good. I need your assistance with Navari. Apparently you two melding has got her out of sorts. So if you know anything about that or any way to fix that, we kind of need it fixed.
Yeah, I can do the best I can. We kind of made this one up as we went along, but hopefully we can make it up as we go along, I guess. Yeah.
Not the vote of confidence that I need, but sure, I'll take it.
All right, Commander, lead the way.
Thank you. And she will turn on her heel and walk out the door.
She looks stressed.
Oshan, what do you do?
I was
sorry.
gonna say something to him as well before, just like. Yeah,
She seems a
should
bit
talk
stressed right now.
together sometime.
Yeah.
She does.
Of course, yes.
If I could.
I would. Oh, yeah, no, go.
No, you go first. You go first.
I was going to say that she can be a bit bristly, but she does look like she needs a little bit of help right now.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when we help people that we care about, what they want and what they actually need, what they say they want and what they actually need can be two very different things. She's got a lot of sharp edges. But just trust your gut, kid. Go talk to her. I'll be right there.
I will. And I head out of the room, stop to go put away the weapon, and I will head down to join Sanha and everyone and the others to talk with Navari.
All right. You enter into the galley where Sanha had gone, and Navari is still seated at this table, still kind of hunched over, sipping her tea. She looks very pale and sweaty, but she seems to be. She has it together, okay, but she's just looks a little out of sorts, and she just says, "I cannot wait to get out of the void." Oshan, hello. Are you well?
Yes, I am well. Are you well? You look terrible. Do you need something to drink?
No way to
He
speak
will
to a
go
lady.
get her a cup of water. Do you need a cup of water? It looks like. Let me provide you that. And he goes to fill up a cup of water for Navari and sets it down in front of her.
I have certainly been better. Commander, was there anything interesting in that missive of yours?
Ooh, I had said that I was reading it as I was walking, so what did it actually say?
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Um,
No, it's fine. We were having so much fun with Oshan and Zohar, I didn't want to interrupt.
the you cracked open the seal. So like as you're like, I'm kind of picturing you like standing outside the door while they're just like chattering, like reading this thing, and it's a letter from Aaliyah. And it says, this is very hard to read, but I will try. It says, I found tablets, possibly about the Amber Ocean world that you will arrive at soon. The tablets mention someone who did uncover liquid life forms living in a yellow ocean. But significant parts of the tablets are missing. They may not be it may not be the same world referred to. It is always good to be cautious of danger, and the consortium crew can help you. Signed, Aaliyah. I would like, though, is for you to make an awareness test. If you have the cryptography skill, it would apply.
I do not.
Then it would just be
That's a
basic
D20.
awareness. That's
Cool. That's a 9.
That's a 9. That is good enough. You notice that there are small little tick marks, like little tiny dots, next to certain words in the letter.
Classic. Okay. I make note of that and I try to like follow the pattern and see if those dots or the letters connected to those dots make a different word.
So, what you find is that if you read only the words that have dots next to them, there's a message within the message, which reads, I will soon uncover the missing world. Be cautious of the consortium crew.
So even Weha.
Even way.
Not the boy. Okay. Sanha will, I think she like wears a jacket or whatever, and she'll like stick it in the inside of her pocket of, I don't actually think it's a jacket. I think she wears like an Aniar like style robe. She's a very fashionable lady. But yeah, so she sticks it in there. And that's where it's being kept, even as she's like sitting with Navari, still trying to like talk. I think she got like some sort of light snack for her. It's just kind of like, Zohar was attacked while we were fleeing the Hazy Eden planet, so she is patching herself up, but she should be done soon. She, in her own words, is going to figure it out, even though we were making it up as we go. So I think I'll be okay.
That's well. That is well. I'm sorry to hear about Zohar. That's terrible.
I think we all kind of apparently, were affected.
Yeah. Thank you for the. Y'all are birds. I think she's like snacking on like some seeds, basically. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
When
like
Anna asked what is Sanha's like favorite food is, I was like something with chickpeas, like something I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different things. We're not feeling well. Zohar got attacked. There was a hole in the ship. I have a slight headache myself. So
There
things
was
are just
what?
happening.
There's a what?
What?
I have a headache.
What?
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. My headache's fine. It's not nearly as bad as yours.
Couple things before that. There was.
Oh, the hole. Well, Yara
Yes, the
already
hole.
handled. Yara is extremely capable, and she already handled the hole. I went myself and I inspected it, and everything is fine.
There was a leak. We had a leak.
Yes, there was a void leak.
For how long?
I was so focused on making sure everything. Excuse me, this bug is supposed to be bothering Oshan, not me. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's okay.
You need to check every nook and cranny of this ship. It doesn't take long for things to get in when there is a void leak.
Let me handle that. You clearly are in no state.
Commander,
So
I'll handle the search.
Yes.
Commander, I'll handle the searching for void leaks within the ship. To focus on making sure Navari is back to a full standard and making sure we are able to get to our next location.
Okay. Sounds good.
He nods,
Right.
like
When
a little
we-
bit of a knowing nod as he goes to sip some of his own water.
I'll leave the two of you alone for just a second and go check in real quick with Zohar. Zohar, where did you run off to after that?
She didn't actually really run off to anywhere. She was just like trying to get people to leave. She could have like a couple minutes to just to herself.
What is she doing in those quiet moments? Oh, and hello, Raiders. Welcome, other Doc. Good. How you doing, Jim? Thanks for joining us. So
Hey.
Zohar's just having a quiet moment.
Just want to see if my friend wants to come out and talk about what just happened.
Which part of what just happened?
The part where my body parts are gradually being replaced with metal. You know, the part where I'm not sure if the thing that I turned into on that planet is... I'm not sure what that is. Is that me? Am I gonna stay like that forever one day? I don't even really expect you to have answers to that, but if you do, I wouldn't mind knowing.
Would you believe me if I told you that this is the first for me as well?
Yeah, I would.
We are both in uncharted waters, Zohar.
I was afraid you would say that.
Are you afraid?
Afraid of what?
Of not knowing what is to come?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
I am afraid as well.
Because you don't know what's
what will
coming, or
become of me.
because... How do you mean?
The void makes sense to me. It is what made me. It is where I am from. It is what I am. I know it is incomprehensible to you, but to me, it is the only thing that makes sense. Now, grow more confused. Your world has always befuddled me. It's even harder now, seeing it through two sets of eyes.
Oh, no.
At least, you truly will no longer be alone. She understands what you're coming through now.
It's just kind of funny that after all this time, somebody gets it and it's Navari. I would not have expected that. Oh, man. I gotta talk to her. I should go do that. I should go
Seeing
talk
you.
to Navari. Yep.
Are you
Thanks.
angry with me?
That's a complicated one. You took away everything I love. I haven't seen my family in 10 years because of you. I can't go home. I can't know what's happening to my body. But that's not your fault. I don't know why you're here. I don't think you do either. I think we're just two unfortunates that happened to collide at a terrible time. I was angry at you every day. For a while. A long, long while. But that isn't the only thing there is anymore.
I think you're learning.
And I think you're changing.
I think you're right. I don't know if I like it.
Neither do I.
We will talk soon. Go see your friend.
Now we'll go see my friend.
Vari is hunched over the table, head in hands, sort of massaging her temples. She doesn't look like she's about to keel over, but she just looks like she's in some great discomfort.
We'll just sort of quietly sit down next to where she is. I don't want to touch you just yet because I'm not sure if it's going to hurt. But I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was going to happen. Are you all right?
Is this what it's like for you all the time?
Yeah, pretty much. Not always, but most of the time, yeah.
Must get pretty noisy in there.
You have no idea.
Zohar, for the first time in your life, I am a person saying to you, I actually do have some idea.
Does he talk to you, or is it just loud?
It's like he's trying to talk, but he doesn't know my language yet. So he's
Do you want
trying
him?
all of them.
Yeah. Do you want him to stay, or do you want him to leave? Just because I think we might have to do different things depending on what you want.
I would certainly like it to leave. I don't know if that can be done. You certainly haven't had any success doing it to yourself.
No. No, but I don't think he had anywhere to go out of me. Whereas you,
Until...
yeah, have a chance to return to sender.
I'm too weak for this now, Zohar. Just, tell me what to do to cope in the meantime. Perhaps when we're out of the void. It's too strong now.
You just try to sleep. Go to a dark, quiet place. Think of the things that make you happy. Think of home.
Or you could always try the herb cure. Works for me. Hey. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
You know, I didn't have that 10 years ago. So I don't know if it works or not, but
Why is everybody so down?
What exactly is an herb cure, Weha?
Yeah, they do this to you. It's just some stuff I got. It really helps take the edge off during all this void travel. Worked for me.
Do you have
You want
anything to
some?
report, Weha?
Oh, yeah. We are coming up on the Amber Ocean planet pretty soon. Next on the itinerary, so just went ahead and set the navigation coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Perfectly fine. Thank you. Is there anything else?
No, Commander. Just wanted to check in, make sure everyone's okay. I haven't seen y'all since we made the jump, so I know Void can get a little iffy.
Thank you.
Should I... Right, okay.
Yes. Yes, we're dealing with a situation. Thank you, Weha.
maybe stop by Navari's in a couple hours. Just check on her. So...
I'll lay down till we reach the planet.
Good idea.
That'll probably be best. We'll definitely send someone to check on you later on.
Oshan, you were going to go search the ship for any sort of creatures that might have slipped in through the void leak. And Zohar, I have some questions for you.
All right.
That was my plan, yes, and if I find anything, I will dispatch it and take care of it immediately.
Make sure you bring it to me. Bring it to me. Yes.
Bring it to you?
Well, I want Yara to, examine the creatures and analyze them if we do have them. However, you will bring them to me and I will bring them to her.
I suppose that makes sense, but Commander, correct me if I'm wrong, if we find any life on the ship, we're supposed to eliminate it.
Yes, eliminate it, but we can still make use of their corpses.
I suppose so. Okay, I will do that. If I find any creatures on board the ship, I'll make sure I bring it to you and Yara immediately.
Thank you.
So, what do you want to talk to me about?
From what it sounds like from the conversation you were having, it sounds like your void connection or whatever with Navari means that it is currently in her mind, correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
Would it be able to do reconnaissance?
On the inside of Navari's mind?
Yes, precisely.
Why? Has this come down as a directive from the consortium? I don't understand.
Do you remember your friend that we met?
Yeah.
Okay. They got back to me on some things, and the biggest piece of advice, well, like, not even advice, it was a coded message to not trust any of the consortium crew. We can trust each other, but Weha and Navari, we need to be extremely conscious of.
Right. So you want me to use a living creature that links the two of us together to what? Spy on her inside of her own head?
Spy on her, see if there's any secrets that it can uncover. Yes, I don't see why this is a bad opportunity. This is an incredible. Oh, God.
Could you say that again? The void kind of fried whatever it was for a second. It just gets noisy sometimes.
Man, the void does not like me today. It is really messing with me. But are we good now?
Can hear you fine now. Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just missed whatever the last thing was he said.
Basically, I don't see why you think this is a bad situation. I mean, yes, I do see some of the ethical dilemmas behind it, but I think it's worth it. We have a golden opportunity.
You saw what she was like in here. She's suffering, Sanha.
And
And I'm absolutely not going to do anything that would make that worse.
you don't know if it would make anything worse. You don't even know how much of the creature needs to be there, and she might be able to deal with it. If all I'm saying is just keep enough of your voidness in her mind so that if she's planning anything against us, we'll know about it.
She might be able to deal with it. We set this up so that we could save our lives in case of an emergency. It doesn't work like that. Okay, we agreed to share this for the good of the group. We agreed to share this to keep everybody safe. I didn't agree to this.
And this is keeping everybody safe.
No, it's not. This is something that we could all easily do together if we're just smart about it and keep our mouths shut.
Fine. I mean, I can't make you listen to me. Well, actually, I can. If I'm your commander and I give you an order, you have to listen to it.
So is that what this is? You giving me an order?
I don't want it to be. I wish that you would see things my way. Zohar, this isn't about just one person. This is about our crew, and this potentially could be about those people that disappeared, the very people that you, I thought, wanted to save. So if doing this could help us with that, why are you shooting yourself in your own foot? Why are you holding yourself back?
You just don't like her. If you're worried
I don't.
about Bird getting back to the consortium and we shouldn't be talking to other people, why not have a spy on Weha? Oh, right. It's just because you and Navari don't get along. Is this some sort of like sick way to just get back at her because she challenges you somehow?
No, it's me capitalizing on an opportunity. If you had your little parasite stuck in Weha's brain, I would be ordering you to spy on him as well, but you don't.
And you're not ordering me to spy on Navari yet. Which leads me to think that you must know this is a bad idea. This is wrong.
What I don't want is to make an enemy out of one of my own crewmates, somebody who I went through training with, and if I will be quite honest with you, Zohar, somebody I know could take me if they wanted. I'm not stupid. You're stronger than me. You have more abilities than I do. You have this demon inside of you. If you really wanted to defy me, you easily could. And I don't want to make an enemy out of you. You're much more used to me as an ally. So all that said and done, I won't order you to do this, but I wish you would consider it.
Absolutely out of the question, Tala.
Excuse me?
Absolutely out of the question.
No, the name. That, you know what? Fine, whatever. I have so many other things to worry about. Just help Navari And let's pray that this doesn't bite us in the ass.
After you.
And she'll stride right past Zohar.
All right, we cut that tension with a knife. Meanwhile, Oshan has gone below deck to search out any void leaks or any nasties that might have gotten in. Oshan, you go down below deck. You can see that the door to the cargo hold is open. It is dark down here, as it often is during void travel. You don't know of anyone else presently down here. And it's just, it's classic void, just hashtag void problems. It's unsettling. Your stomach is just a little bit queasy, as it often is during travel. Being alone always makes it a little bit harder. But you have a job to do here, of course. How are you going about looking for whatever might be lurking down here?
So I'm like thinking back to my training of when it comes to void leaks, what exactly like are these certain like telltale signs that you have a void leak? Like he's recalling back to all the old, like those old like film strip style videos they had to watch for basic training of like void leaks in you. That is what he's recalling as he's looked through the area where they
it's so like a Fallout 4 training video. It's like absolutely one of those Fallout. Has this ever happened to you?
Oh no, Jimmy, what's that? You have a void leak?
Oh no! Whatever will you do now? However, Oshan, you are recalling those stupid fucking videos you had to watch for hours on end. You're remembering the protocol, okay? You remember the steps you're supposed to do, okay? Find all the leaks, isolate all leaks, patch them off. If they cannot be thoroughly patched, isolate them for the rest of the ship. So if the leak is in one room, seal off that one room so that things can't get in through that way. And just keep increasing the level of sealant as necessary. And also to look out for void pests. There are things that float out in the void that can get in a small crack. Basically, little creatures the size of a bug that are colloquially known as void roaches that will get into your ship and will like your food and spoil your things. Like these are actual issues you may face out in the void. And while you remember all the protocol, the real thing you feel yourself drawing on is hunting lessons when you were a kid. Your dad used to take you. You were more of a bookish type, though. How did you feel about hunting?
I just wanted to go back home and read my book. I hated it because it was boring. We were walking around a lot, but all I really wanted to do was read my books. But I was a very respectful son, so I paid attention and I played along with it, but I didn't like it.
And as you're walking around here, say you have like basically a kind of this is so picturing this like the scene from Alien with the dude in the ventilation shaft of the flamethrower, basically.
Oh yeah.
Except it's not a flamethrower because dude use that inside the ship. But just like a lantern, looking around for anything. And you just feel a presence. And you realize that you're, unlike last time in the void, this time you're alone. And there's no Yara there to quiet your mind. And you hear this deep, booming, rich voice. You're making too much noise, Oshan. You must tread more quietly.
Father?
My boy. Your foot. It falls too heavy. You'll scare everything for miles.
Yes, that's true. I have to be quieter. I never was good at sneaking.
No. You were clever. Smart boy. I know where you got that from. I like to read too.
Yes, I got it from you. That's why I always grew frustrated with you taking me hunting. I'd rather just sit in your library and read all day.
You don't think I wanted to be at home reading as well? I didn't enjoy hunting any more than you did, son. But it had to be done. For the good of you, for the good of the family, for the good of the village. Sometimes we simply have to do things because they are the right thing to do.
This is true, Father. I'm not sure how those words apply to my situation right now. Just looking for anything that could cause us trouble that can't come from the void. I don't think my footfall will scare away a bunch of roaches.
You're right, son. It doesn't apply to your situation now. But it will. And I want you to be ready.
I will, Father. I always remember the words you told me. A weapon, a sword, is only as sharp as the mind that wields it.
My beautiful boy. You've grown up so strong.
Thank you, Father.
I'm proud of you.
And I think at that point, he actually starts to apply that training and start to walk quieter.
Good. Check everywhere. Open every door. Overturn every box. Open every window.
Father, I'm not supposed to open the windows in a situation as this. I'm supposed to actually the opposite of that. I'm supposed to seal off the area.
You must be sure. You must be sure there is not a leak. You may have to put yourself at risk to protect your crew. That is what we do. We sacrifice to help others. That is how I raised you.
Yes, but you also raised me to think outside of the box, but not to make stupid decisions, Father.
Let's see. Let's do a willpower save, Oshan. So a willpower contest.
Yep. And I have an ability that gives me +1 willpower.
You're owed a boon, so I'm going to give you an extra +1 on top of that.
Oh.
So just don't roll terrible. Look at you. 8. Clever boy. Clever boy. Do give her my love when you see her again.
I will, Father. Just speaking to you.
You will, my son. You do walk quietly. Your foot falls silently as you search for any sign of an infestation. And you see a little shadow, the tiniest shadow, scurry across the floor in the light of your lantern. A creature not more than a few inches long. But it scurries into the light, looks around. Its little eyes look toward you, and it quickly scurries back. But before it can get much further, a long tongue shoots out from the cargo room and snatches it. And you hear...
Turns that light towards the noise.
Whereupon stands Yara and her friend.
Yara.
And it's just crunching down on this.
You just see Yara like taking notes. She looks at Oshan, but she just continues taking notes.
Yara. What is
Hello.
happening?
Oh, there was a. She just points at the giant hole that's been patched over.
Well, there's a void leak. Seems like it was been patched up with expertise of someone who knows how to handle void leaks. He turns the light back over to her.
The little
know
dude crunching
anyone.
down. The baby is like, wasn't me.
You wouldn't know anyone who is an expert at patching up void leaks that could have handled it so quickly without letting the rest of us know before, would you?
Yara just kind of like puts her notebook in front of Vax's face, trying to hide the fact that Vax is like nodding in answer to these questions. Yes, I utilized the protocol for the sealant. It was no difficulty whatsoever. The leak was only a few minutes.
My orders was also to locate any creatures that have perhaps entered the ship via the void leak. And I was supposed to take care of them.
Do you want
I was
some
told
help?
my job is to dispatch any creature that is found on the ship as part of security, as any creature that has come through the void onto the ship can be viewed as a serious threat to the crew's safety. However, Commander Sanha requested that any creature that we found on this ship during my search would be brought to you and to her. I guess I could say that perhaps that while you were down here fixing up the leak, you also encountered one of these creatures, and we can circumvent myself reporting to you and handing the creature over to you.
As Oshan is talking, Yara's like cycling through different colors like anxiety, concern. Oh, the light bulb clicks. Oh, yes. Excellent work, Oshan. You are so diligent and efficient.
What is Yara's like color? I don't know any
the
other way to
big brain
describe
color.
it, but yeah.
Big brain color is gonna be like lime green.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Yara, I have to tell Sanha about this.
Oh, about the
It's
facts.
still... Yes, I do. It is still my job as security to report the finding. Yes, I'm supposed to hand it over to you, but I still need to report it to her. I cannot
Don't worry,
keep the
Oshan.
commander out the loop.
Sanha already knows about facts.
She does?
Yes.
All right. My report will be that I found the creature, and I turned it over to you as reported. I was instructed to do such, and, well, I'm handing over the creature that I have found within the hull to you.
Thank you.
I will now go report this to Commander Sanha.
Before you go, do you want to pet him?
Oh my gosh, yes I do. And I head over to it, I kneel down in front of it, and I squish his cheeks. Oh, you're such a cute little baby boy. Who's the cutest boy? You the cutest boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, this is wrong, Yara. This is very wrong, Yara. I have to report this.
Oshan, don't worry. I'm taking notes, so this is science.
Well, if you're taking this, that does make it science.
It's true.
Okay, if you know what you're doing, I will let her know that the creature is in your possession.
Maybe don't tell her while Navari is there.
Okay, I'll make sure I tell her private.
Thank you. And Yara will like gently put her hand on Oshan's forearm and give a pat. I appreciate your discretion.
Of course, yes. He gives the creature one more pat and then heads out.
And as Oshan's leaving, Yara's like ruffling his cheeks and saying like, "Oh, does that make 9 little void bugs that you've eaten now? Let's look for some more."
And it gives you a nod almost to indicate that it can count, which is slightly concerning.
It's fine.
It's fine. All right. Let's go back to everybody here. Yara, you eventually get Vac kind of squared away in a little, like, make a little, like, bed for him down there in the cargo hold. He munches down on a bunch of void roaches. And once you're confident that he's all right, you leave him down there now to head back up topside. The rest of the crew has assembled on the crew deck outside their cabins, and Weha has just returned from his cabin. and says, "Yeah, so we're going to be pulling there pretty soon. This is probably going to be kind of a. I mean, this void tear doesn't look great. It's not the best one I've ever seen. So could have a bit of a rough landing. So just kind of brace yourself for that. Might be kind of a messy touchdown. So yeah. Everyone all right? Y'all cool?"
Yep, pretty good. All things considered.
Anyone seen Navari? I haven't seen her since the galley earlier. She okay?
Yeah, she went to go lie down.
That's weird. Well, like she
Why?
stands up all right with the. Well, because she does usually pretty good with the void, but maybe she's just getting old. Whatever.
You two have traveled together before. How many years have you been doing this?
Well, I've kind of lost count at this point, but over a century of your years. Navari, she's a bit younger than me. I mean, my species, we live a long time in the Ord, so the column not as long. I think Navari's she's seasoned though. I mean, she's been at this. This has got to be at least her 4th or 5th journey. So she's experienced. She's what you'd call a veteran, I'd say.
Mm. How many have you done?
Just weird. Oh boy. And he starts counting on his fingers, and then he gets to the end and takes off one shoe and starts counting on his toes.
I don't forget I asked.
A lot, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, clearly. I should go check on Novaria as well before we make the jump. Make sure if there's anything else.
I'll come with you.
Are you sure? Yes.
If you're going to go with Zohar to check on Navar, I would like a moment of your time.
Okay. Zohar will go in a moment.
We need to report the findings of what I found in the hull of the ship.
Huh?
Okay.
Commander, if we can. And he starts
Yes.
walking
Okay.
away.
Sanha glances at
So you got-
Yara because this was the biggest year.
And Weihao's
Yeah,
Did you guys go to get a
Yara.
quiet space?
Mm-hmm.
Yara,
Is
what?
Yara coming with you guys?
No,
yeah, did
she
you want
just
Yara
looks
to
at
come?
Yara because
The
no,
witching glare.
she will just she'll stay with Oshan because she does not know that Oshan knows, and Yara doesn't
She
have
just
a good
gives a
poker
little
face.
thumbs
She
up.
literally,
No,
she literally
she's just smiling at you.
that
All
only
right.
makes Sanha feel worse. I cannot stress this enough.
So do you go off into a cabin? Something?
Mhm.
Talk?
Yeah, I head over to a cabin. I close the door, and I look at Sanha. She named it.
I was afraid you were gonna find it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Okay,
She named it.
I know she did.
I understand.
Yara names everything.
That-
All the plants in that room, they all have names.
But the protocol, Commander. We
I
have
know.
our duties. We have our jobs. We have to follow. I
You
understand.
think I don't know
told me
that?
did
You
not
think
want-
I'm not aware?
I'm beginning to question that, considering the fact that you already used your role as a commander to overstep the rules of the ship of not allowing creatures on it. Yara told me that you knew about the creature.
I know about the creature, and clearly she didn't tell you all of my instructions. My instructions are very clearly for her to research the creature, prove that it does not have sentience. We are not allowed to bring sentient life onto the ship, and if we can deem it so, that it is not sentient, then we will keep it on the ship as part of our research. It'll be a specimen.
Commander, it is my job as head of security to take care of any threat that is on this ship. The
I
creature
understand.
currently is not a threat, but we saw what happened on the planet.
I know. I'm hoping that she can figure that out too. Now, that being said, as head of security, Oshan, you and I, for once, you and I are on the same page, okay? If this creature attacks again, you are to neutralize it. If this creature is proven to have sentience, you will neutralize it.
Yes, Commander.
There's not much we can do now. Maybe when we get to Amber Ocean, we can figure out a way to dispose of the creature. Maybe it sprung free. Maybe it got lost while we were out.
It is an idea. That is true. But we would be unleashing this creature into a new environment that wasn't fit for it. That is another protocol we'll be breaking.
Not necessarily. There's no protocols against that.
Certainly there's some kind of protocol of intrusion of non-biome creature into a new biome type of law, but...
Yes. Invasive species. Yes, I know. But maybe all the more reason for us to take care of it now, sooner than later. Honestly, throwing it out into the Amber Ocean would be a waste of resources. We do need to bring things back from our expedition. So, keeping its corpse as a specimen is probably the best bet.
Okay. Commander? No. He, sees that rigidness of, him just standing attention, relaxes a bit, and he looks at her. Sanha, I hope you know what you're
Yes,
doing
Oshan?
with this.
I was my commander for a reason, so there's nothing for you to worry about.
He takes his hand and he puts it on his shoulder. Just trust me enough, please, that if you need to make these rough choices like this is what I'm here for.
Thank you. Oshan, you're close to Weha, correct?
Yes, we discuss many things.
Has he ever said anything odd to you? I mean, it's Weha. He says odd things all the time, but anything that seemed particularly odd or concerning?
Nothing recently. Why?
I'm just curious. We know a lot about each other, or at least a fair amount. We went through training together, but we don't know much about the other two. Just their resumes, really.
Sanha, I need you to be honest with me.
Yes.
Are you assuming something that we really shouldn't be assuming?
Since they're alone, I think she'll take out the letter and show it to Oshan and like point out all the different messages as well. And this is basically a letter that's like, don't trust don't trust Weha, don't trust Navari.
This is a very serious accusation.
I know.
As
But it's not
head
one
of
that's
security,
surprising, let's be real. Mm-hmm.
considering everything we found out about this mission before we've gone out, it is something that we should keep in mind. As head of security, I'll do what I can to aid you in this. Also,
Oshan, I'm not going
someone
to force you to spy on Weha. To be quite frank, you would be my last choice to use as a spy. So I'm not asking you to be dubious or anything like that. Just let me know.
of course, Commander. It is
Thank
my
you.
duty.
That is.
He gives a little salute, and he goes to leave.
And as you leave, Weha comes bolting down the stairs. Okay, going a little bit faster than I thought. We are going to be landing really, really soon. Everyone's going to have to probably grab a hold of something, like right now, because, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And you feel the whole ship start to rock, and things are rolling from one side to the other. Oh boy, okay. I get up to the helm. Everyone grab a hold of something. Everybody make an agility contest.
Oh, why?
Why?
Oh, Colin, Arbiter.
Yes.
Do I still count
yes.
as injured for the purposes of my rolls?
You've got that fast healer thing, right? So you're should be good,
I
right?
do, yeah. So it takes me less time to recover, but I wasn't sure how much time. It's a minus
And it's a matter
one,
of minutes.
so it's like, yeah.
It's a matter of minutes, right? For
Yeah.
you to heal. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
been plenty
yeah.
of time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's just at a -1 instead of a -2. Oh.
Oh, lordy.
Still bad.
Okay. Oshan, our strong boy. Oshan, you managed to grab a hold of something. Some kind of handhold perhaps in the wall of the ship itself, and like dig your fingers in it, hold on. The other three are not prepared for this to happen quite so quickly. And the whole ship lurches. The three of you are thrown into the wall on the left side of the ship. You each are going to take 2 damage as you all just kind of bash your bodies against the wall. And you hear this whistling noise. This high-pitched, just... And you hear Weha shout from above, "Here we go!" As the ship splashes down into the Amber Ocean. Everything lurches. Everyone is thrown. The ship rocks back and forth. It bounces almost as if the water that you hit is solid. The ship skips like a rock across a pond before finally settling and just rocking back and forth and Weha literally like rolls down the stairs from up above. Amber Ocean. Fuck.
What was that?
Few things. The void tear was shit and was several hundred yards above the surface of the planet. So we kind of fell a bit. And this ocean is more gelatinous than we were led to believe.
Well,
Fascinating.
Is everyone okay?
Sean looks a little bit disappointed finding out that the water is gelatin.
I mean,
Jello
Liv hates
pudding.
it.
I want to just make sure that Navari is okay before we disembark here, because that was extremely unpleasant.
Yes. Before we disembark, there's a couple of things we need to do. As like Sanha's like picking herself off of the floor. We need someone to check on Navari. We need somebody to check on. Yeah, truly. We need someone to check on Navari. We need someone to check on ship. Make sure that we don't have any more holes, any more leaks. Nothing. Yara, go check on the supplies and make sure that everything is intact. There's a lot of chemicals down there, a lot of dangerous things down there, and I need you specifically to go look and make sure that they are all okay and in line and nothing's wrong. Okay, just go check.
I think before Sanha even finishes, she sort of pew, scuttles away.
I literally picture you scuttling like a crab down the downstairs.
Absolutely.
I just realized you're very Dr. Zoidberg in a way. You're like a much cuter Dr. Zoidberg.
It's like a really cute Zoidberg.
Really adorable Zoidberg.
Nice. Nailed it.
Oh god. Nailed it. Alright, you scuttle away down the stairs. And y'all were gonna check on Navari, or Zohar wanted to check on Navari?
Yeah.
Where you going to?
Sanha's going to patrol the ship and like check in on the ship and make sure that there's no holes, no nothing. Just snoop. She's just gonna snoop. She needs a little bit of a walk.
You see that there is some structural damage to the inside of the ship, like the stress of the landing caused some boards and places to snap, and that the ship is definitely worse for wear. You haven't spotted any like hull leaks, but that could be a real problem on an ocean planet. It's the whole place is in a state. In the galley, the like dishes have been tossed and like shattered all over, and everything is a perfectly arranged weapon cabinet. Fucked. Again, somewhere. Oshan, you just like feel it deep in your soul.
That is 100% what
your
Oshan is doing
cabin-
right now. He's working on that.
Your cabin has been tossed. It's just everything's a mess from that rough landing.
From down the hall, you just hear, "Oh, Sean, stop it! We need to fix the ship."
But if I and you hear stomping out of the room, just running to someplace else. And every now and then you do kind of hear footsteps kind of walking past the room, stop, then keep on going.
I'm gonna go find Weha and some supplies and start repairing my ship.
All right, and Zohar was going to check on Vari. Zohar, you scurry up the stairs toward Navari's cabin. And when you reach there, you find that the door is open and she is standing up and looking around. And that was a bit of a rough landing, wasn't it?
You alright?
I feel much better, actually.
How's the headache? Really? Huh.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I think perhaps it's just being out of the void.
Hmm.
I don't feel the pull is quite as strong. Huh. I think I'm going to be okay.
That's good. That's good.
I feel better already.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Yara downstairs.
I'm sorry. What?
Yara.
It's okay, I'm not there.
Now, Yara, you went downstairs to go check on everything.
Yep.
Scuttle. The ship, like I said, had cracked. The ship had skipped like a rock across the surface of the water. And when you get down to the cargo hold, you see that the place has been tossed. The boxes and that have all the files and everything have been thrown all about. And it is a fucking mess down there. It's really bad. And you don't see Vax immediately when you go down there.
Is the hole okay?
As you search around, looking for any cracks or anything in the hull, you hear Vax suddenly from behind one of the shelves of supplies, growling.
Yara will pick up the sharpest looking thing she can find. Try to scoot over there.
Okay. You grab a broken piece of board from one of the walls, splintered little spear. Walk over. And you see Vax standing over a crack in the hull, in the bottom of the ship, on an ocean planet. The wood is splintered upward from where the ship slapped against the surface. But you notice that the water, or the liquid, is not draining into the ship. It's gelatinous, and the surface tension is maintaining. So there is this hole in the hull of the ship, and you can see this perfect sheen of golden liquid. It is a bright, as bright as Vax's eyes, bright golden color. And Vax is standing over it, growling.
Oh. Okay, don't lick that. I will be right back. Sanha, 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 Sanha. And
You
then
see, you see what Vax is. You can see clearly what Vax is growling at, but it doesn't look threatening. There's just like in the golden water below, there's like a purple liquid that's just sort of like swirling around on there. Vex doesn't seem to like it, but it just looks like ink suspended in water, just kind of floating around under the ship.
Okay. There's golden jello and there's purple ink in the golden jello.
In golden jello, yeah.
Actually, Yara will come up to it and she'll poke it with her spear.
Reach in as the tip of the spear pierces the golden jello. It breaks the surface tension. The liquid drains up into the ship. The purple liquid suddenly spins, excited, starts to spin rapidly in front of you, forms itself. It gathers itself, collects itself in kind of pillar that reaches up through the golden liquid, forming a hand that wraps around your neck and pulls you into the water, and that is where we will end our session.
Actual fuck!
I wanted to go run to Sanha. Why didn't you let me go?
In one day, we have had an alien sneak onto my ship. We've had void creatures sneak into my ship. We have had a drunk bird woman get infected by a goddamn void demon on my ship. And now my best friend has been snatched off from my ship.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. One job.
To quote one of my favorite Joey lines from Friends, I'm not even sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Ah, fudge.
Forget
Not
drowning.
There we
Goddamn creature. I'm jumping in.
It had to be
Oh,
jello.
God. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Lydia's talking
God.
shit, but it's also totally accurate. In
Yeah, no,
a cliffhanger so good that I
seriously,
end the show on time for once.
God dang.
You know, that only serves to make me even more suspicious of exactly how terrible the next, or also terrorful as well, the next episode is gonna be. So this is fine. I'm sure. Totally.
I just really wanted to swim in the water. But I guess I'm gonna have to swim in some water
do
now.
you still want to do that, Oshan? Do you?
No.
Really?
No, the thing is, Oshan is going to swim in this water because he's going to go snatch Yara back. I need to yell at her.
Yeah.
I can't do that if she's in
This
the
is-
ocean.
This is unbelievable.
Save my friend so I can kill my friend.
Oshana's gonna rescue you so I can kick fucking ass as soon as you get back up.
And then all of you are going to go sit in your rooms and think about what you've done.
Not even a joke. When I was a kid, and this is so F in the chat if you can relate to this type of energy. When I was a kid, my mom used to say, if you ever run away from home, you better hope they will find you. Because if they find you and they bring you back, I will kill you. And then they will never find you.
Oh boy, I know those words way too well.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I ran away from home with a with a backpack just full of my Disney VHS tapes. I only took the ones.
So adorable.
Yep.
Yeah, it was me and my Barbies, and we were gonna make it.
It was me and my Transformers and 2 of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There you go.
Man, you know what's great? I had a whole nother cliffhanger queued up, but that one just happened, and I couldn't say no. That's so good.
I almost
I had a
made
whole
it too. Oh, my lizard brain was like, poke it, poke it, poke it.
Your reptilian brain, literally. Your primal reptilian brain. Oh, boy. How we doing? We all okay?
Oh, yeah.
And how are we feeling in this sinking ship tonight?
Character
Literally.
feels bad. Anna feels
Literally.
fine.
I mean, I'm doing great. Oshan is just
Yeah.
a mess of nerves now.
All of this like pent up suspense,
boy.
not going anywhere for another 7 days.
You know what you're getting when you sign up for a game with me. You were on notice. Some of the others have an
Yeah, I
excuse,
know,
but
it's
you
just-
don't.
No, it's just always what new fresh hell is this every damn time, and I'm just like.
One day I'll like end on a nice cliffhanger, like
No,
No,
in
you
the middle
won't.
of you guys.
No,
being-
you won't.
You'll
No.
be, you'll be
No.
ordering food at a diner, and
No.
it'll be like soup or salad or soup or salad.
You
Did they
remember
get soup?
the
Did
one
they get
time
salad?
that we ended a campaign like that, and we did have that nice ending, and it was because we all died.
Because you were.
The only reason that happened was because there was a TPA, and we were all dead, so we could do whatever we wanted. So we
By the
walked
way, I did
to
totally-
Morocco and we ate cannolis.
I did totally. Oh, that did. I love how that is an accurate description of the end of that game. That actually, you walk in
That's
Morocco and
what
ate
we
cannolis.
did.
I really did think Yara was going to lick the water at the end. I actually, I didn't even expect the poke. I thought the lick was coming.
Oh, Yara had
Oh.
to protect her baby. She has a baby now.
Oh, Yara is exhibiting classic nesting
Oh my
behaviors.
God.
Oh,
Poking things.
that was so much fun.
Getting sucked into the ocean.
Yeah.
Mm.
Class-
Ah. Ah.
Oh, that's nice. Lydia put a little poem for us in Green Room chat. That's great. There once was a reptile that took to the sea. The name of that reptile was Zohar. What the fuck are you doing? Stop touching things. Oh,
Soon
wonderful.
may the void ship come. So good. I know. Yeah.
Oh yes, Wellerness.
Oh
That
my
damn
God.
Wellerness.
So
It's time for the-
now what do we do?
For the space station. Now what you do? You have a week to sit there and think about what you've done. I think. I believe that's all.
Yeah, that's.
And when I say you, I mean Yara.
Yeah.
I adore Yara so much. I love her so
As
much.
Yara is. Yeah, you're being
Yara's
Yara.
just
The last
existing.
thing.
These things just happen around Yara.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
This
Last
is
thing you
stress.
would
Like this is like I didn't even realize I was doing this. This is stress.
It's a stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're being pulled. You're being pulled down to the bottom. We'll see
I've
what
been
happens
there
with
before.
that.
Oh gosh.
Fixing a home
Oh, man.
where the rain gets in. All right.
Wait.
Well, yes.
Can we talk
Wait.
about that voice that Oshan heard?
Oh yeah, we could.
Yeah. There were a lot of
What's up
with that?
voice
Can we?
moments, but what
Uh,
was that?
Yeah. So what was that? What was that all about? I would like to. What was that voice? Who did I recognize that voice? Was that voice recognizable to me? Was it? I don't
Let
know.
me give you another little teaser.
Oshan. Long time no see, old friend.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ah, damn.
Anyway, let's do a little
Chills.
outros and let's get out of here and see you all next week on Black Void Into the Oblivious Depths. I'm going to let Wally go last because he needs to compose himself. So instead, I'm going to start up at the top left with my good friend, Anna.
Oh man, I just love that I have now become the person who's reliable to start doing outros even when I'm stressed, because it just happens on every game I'm on now. Hi, I'm Anna. You can find me online at Nymeria941 pretty much everywhere, except here on Twitch. I'm Nymeria Streams, and I'm streaming some story games and video games and just generally having chill and chat time. So come say hi and let's just decompress from all of this stuff. When I'm not there, you can also find me back here tomorrow on Weave Hill, GMing a game of Parslings, which also has weird shit fuckery going on right now. And you'll get to see Colin's masterful scene transitions for those again tomorrow, because he's the tech, and a bunch of other great role players as well. This is a momentous occasion. I actually get to do outros before Wally. Wally and I are in literally everything together. So buckle up, camper, because Wally and I play in Lantern together on Friday mornings on Valdrian's channel. Wally and I also play in Monster of the Week together on Mondays on College channel. And then back here on Wednesdays, Wally and I play in Black Void together. Yay! Wally and I
Monday,
are
Wednesday, Friday.
Together, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Ooh, and before I forget, two things that are kind of like different from the normal schedule. Friday, normally I would have Beyond the Twilight Road Critical Misses. However, we just wrapped that campaign. But you will want to come in for our usual time slot, which begins at 8 p.m. Eastern time, because we are doing a post-campaign wrap-up Q&A where we are going to discuss all of the everything that happened in that campaign. Hi, Tom. The GM from that campaign just there. Hello. So yeah, he'll be there. Oliver Cass will be there. What up, and then, in addition to that Q&A, this Saturday is the beginning of a brand new, exciting endeavor with my friend Bright Dystopia and a bunch of other awesome role players. We are going to be doing a Volo's Guide to Sword Coast all RP full cosplay playthrough of Baldur's Gate 2. So we're kicking it back to 1998, and we are doing all of the voices live on the internet, going through and figuring out which among us is the ball spawn. So you will definitely want to come check that out. Have a lot of fun. And I think that that's everything that I have to share, except my stress. I'm gonna go make some tea after this episode is over and just grind my teeth with suspense. Time.
Just looking back, scrolling back up through the chat of that moment at the end, and just all of the no. Oh, I love it. God, I'm feeling cheerfully sadistic today. All right, Liv.
Hi everyone. My name is Liv. You can find me on Twitter at liveinaday. Yeah, it was a cough. It was the stress. I was trying back like the rage. We'll do that when the cameras go off. I'll beat you up after the cameras stop.
Fair enough.
Yes, I'm Liv. You can find me on Twitter at liveinaday. I don't stream on my own. Maybe one day when I grow up, but I instead hop around from channel to channel and do a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to know where you can find me next, that's the best place to do it. On Mondays, I'm over on Total Party Chills Under the Table, where we play The Veil, which is a sci-fi two worlds kind of a game. Things are really kicking off. We had a doozy of an episode. It was just very chaotic, but yeah, you can check all that out on our YouTube channel as well. On Tuesdays, I am Into Deep over on Rule of Lore. Into Deep is an all queer LGBTQIA plus stream where we are playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Be gay, do heists. Wednesdays, I'm here exploring the Black Void with all these wonderful people. And by exploring the Black Void, I mean the Black Void that is the stress that eats at my brain every week. But starting next week, will be over on Off the Table doing a all Latin / like Latinx, whichever you prefer, stream where we're going to be playing Pasión de las Pasiones. And that is going to be premiering next week. So it'll be every other week. You can literally hop right over there and see me play probably just one of the most dramatic people I've played. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh yeah, I'm playing the La Belleza. So messy. Yes.
I love the basic moves. Oh yeah, you have a good telenovela.
Yeah.
Can you get first of all? Can you get good telenovela lighting? There's probably
that too. You need the lighting and you need the gasp.
Yeah,
I do.
Ooh, the gasp, true.
No.
Very good.
Cries in Spanish. Yeah. I would figure out if I can do the lighting. It'll be very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what my big like just dramatic face is gonna be like when I'm angry and the camera's zooming in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
you can never go too big.
Never go too big. It's gonna be something, y'all. If you haven't heard of this game, it's great. It's gonna be something. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, on Saturdays, I will be for 4 weeks straight. On Saturday, we are going to be doing City of Mist over on Dylan's channel, Diana's channel, Super Dylan. And I'm very excited about that one. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And just because I finally got announced yesterday and I can actually talk about it, in the future, in the near future, hopefully, you can hear my voice over on Super Idols RPG. It's been announced that I am joining the cast. So that's a lot of fun too. I just do, like I said, I do a bunch of things. I'm everywhere. Follow me on Twitter.
Yes. You do a lot of things. Congratulations, Liv. That's awesome. And
I know, I always feel bad doing outros.
Well, let's go over to our favorite void puppy mama, Yara Stella.
Hello. I'm Stella Luna here on Twitch. I am Stella Luna TV on Twitter. I am mostly a TTRPG streamer. I run a channel that likes to take people that are brand new to TTRPGs and teach them how to play, either in a streamed environment, online environment without streaming. We teach people how to do safety tools. We teach them how to systems and just general like good habits around the table in an digital environment, because it's definitely very different to doing real life. And I do a couple of shows on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I run Unbound, which is an Uncaged anthology campaign. Uncaged anthology is a collection of adventures that subvert tropes around mythological creatures and beings that are women, and it tells them in a much more interesting and fantastic way. And on Mondays, we don't have a start date quite yet. We're going to be doing Masks, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, and we are going to have cameo seats. So it's going to have rotating hot seats that anybody can play. You don't have to have a camera. All you need to do is show up, and yep, anybody's invited. And the way that it's structured is it's like kind of like a one-shot, but it's all in a campaign. That way you can come as much as you want. If you want to just do it one time, you can do that. And yes, everybody wants to be a teenage superhero. Like,
we're all like voting for you. Come on.
that's our superhero abilities. We're like the benders in Avatar, but instead of like martial arts.
So what I can say is that we're all playing the joined, but like the joined team up power is just voting for TTRPG.
It's Vogue. It becomes Voltron. Vogue-tron. We're Vogue-tron.
Write it down right now. You write it down right now. Vogue-tron.
I got the notebook. It's fine.
I'm
it's in the
everywhere.
Oh my god, yes.
God,
yes.
I hope you didn't have anything else, Stella.
No, that was it. And I will not be here next session because it's my mom's birthday.
Oh,
Y'all.
Okay, you'll be at the bottom of the sea. So,
Happy
No!
Thank you. And thank you so much,
Yes.
Colin. This was another amazing episode.
this was my favorite one so far. Honestly, this was my favorite one.
This was a blast.
I am curious if Wally feels the same. Wally, how you doing, buddy?
Oh boy. Look, I was leaving this episode on a little cliffhanger, but then Colin decided to go, hey, well, I'm gonna play a little audio clip for you, and my life became wrecked. Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally, your adorable non-binary slime. Oh man. Like Anna already said everything that I am already like, no, really. Like every single show that I'm in during the week on the regular, I am with Anna. So
Yeah.
thank you, Anna. But if because that I'm not with Anna, you can catch me Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I feel like it. In the morning, I'm over on Nomadic with doing a Nomadic channel, doing some Gnome Brew. That's a wonderful morning talk show that we do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at 9:30 a.m. It's a lot of fun. Also, you can catch me speaking of Nomadic on Friday night. This week, Friday at 8 p.m., we're continuing to our next session of Ursa Majors. It is our all uplifted bear Starfinder party. Oh man, I am legit playing Commander Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but as a polar bear. If that right there is enough reason to get you to watch this show, I don't think. I mean, also we have the amazing cast of, and it's legit Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but we're all bears and we're in space. That's the best way to describe it. And we are finally doing ship combat, and we have no idea what we're doing. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun, y'all. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
God, I don't want it to stop. I just draw out my outros forever again. Whatever. I finally had a show on time. May as well take advantage of it.
Wait, we have to
I gotta
ask,
say a few things.
Colin,
Yeah.
are you
yeah.
okay? DM, are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay, DM?
I'm always.
He's on a high right now. Come on.
Oh yeah, come on. I'm drunk. I'm drunk with power. Give me a break. I'm fine.
3
I do
hours
wanna
later,
say
we'll
before
still
you-
be debriefing.
Right, yeah. Well, I do want to say before I do my little spiel, stick around after I'm done talking because we are going to go do a little raid. We're going to go over to see our sister channel, Penny for a Tale. They are doing Song of Ice and Fire, Brotherhood of Shadows. Pope, our friend Pope, is over there torturing those lovely people in ways that I couldn't imagine. So we'll go see what they're up to. So stick around after this. Just want to say thank you all for being such good sports. It ain't easy. This was a pretty heavy one. It had void travel, which is always kind of a mess in a lot of ways. And it involved me plucking at you with some, with backstory characters and stuff like that, which is just, it was fun, but, tread lightly, and y'all were great sports about it, and it was very, very fun. I appreciate you all very, very much. So, hi guys. I'm Colin at Colonomicon. I have a Twitch channel, and this is not it, but you should go check it out. It is Colonomicon. It just got a little makeover, by the way. I got like all new logo and all new banner headers and all that. I got a bunch of new emojis coming on the way, and it looks very, very pretty. I have a big eye for logo now. That's going to be the basis for my emojis. We're just going to add like a tear to it or like a heart to it or something. It's going to be fun. The all-seeing octopus eye of the Colonomicon mythos. So come check that out. Among things you can see there are One Shot Sunday, which is my show every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We do a different one-shot. It is always a new game, new system, new players. It's super fun. We've done 17 of these, and we are going on episode 18 this weekend. And this weekend on March 14th, Sunday, March 14th, is Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, going back in time to the edition that really started it all for me. It's not the first one I played. I played second first, but 4th was the one that really made me the TTRPG addict that I am to this day. So I very much love it, and I always will. So come check that out. I'm playing it with a bunch of people who've never played it before. purposely because I want to show them it's a good game. It gets a lot of shit. I think it's a great game. Also, on my channel on Mondays, you can see Monster of the Week Act 3, which is our new Monster of the Week campaign that has both Wally and Anna in it, along with our dear friend Savvy Seaworth. I love it so much. They are so much fun, and the campaign is really what's the word? Thirsty. It's very thirsty. Everyone is so thirsty, and it's great. Check it out. And then back here on Wednesdays for Black Void, and on Fridays on my channel, every other Friday from 7 to 9, I do a talk show with Lydia, Half Hearts Tournament, who's been about teching this evening. Give her love, tentacle hearts, and chat, please, for Lydia. We do a little talk show called the GM Postmortem, where we sit down with game developers and fellows and learn how to run a better game. And this week's guest, sorry, not this Friday, but the following Friday, the 19th, our guest is Donathan Fry, one of my favorite games in the world. I think he's just one of the best I've ever seen, and was blessed with a fantastic voice. So jealous. But also a game developer in and of himself. He's created the Terror RPG, which was played on this channel over the summer with The Haunting of Small Orphanage. Great guy, great game developer, great GM. There's plenty that we will have to learn from him. And finally, after that, on the 20th, I'm starting a new Monster of the Week game over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. I am GMing 3 Monster of the Week games next week. It's going to be a busy freaking week next week. Whew. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for everyone who watched this evening. Thank you for all of the donated subs. Thank you for the retweets, for the boons and the banes, and all the madness that you helped contribute to this. Thank you to our sponsors that make all of this possible. We literally could not do this without you, and we love and appreciate you so very much. If you're watching us on YouTube from the future, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. We much appreciate it. And I think with that, that is all. We are going to take off now into the Black Void, and we will see you all back here next week for episode 5 of Black Void Into the Oblivious Depths. Good night, everybody.
These are the tales we weave. Tales of magic. Tales of mystery. Tales exploring the beyond. And while we continue to grow, even more adventures await. In the depths of the unknown. Will you join us in the telling?